The Ill-Advised Wise Guys presents Who Got Next?
All right, we are back once again with our Who Got Next segment. And as you guys can see, we have a special guest. This one I'm actually, excited about. I think I'm excited about all of our guests, but we want to dive into some of the nuances of his music, particularly because he's actually in Africa, Kenya, to be specific. Q, you got anything you want to say before we get into this?
Dope rapper, killer MC, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, man. So I go by the name of Lost Child, come out of Nairobi, Kenya. I just actually started rapping a few months ago. And yeah, I just dropped my first EP, Only Child. And yeah, man, thank you guys for having me, man. It means a lot to actually have guys all over there, vibing with our stuff here. So, like, I appreciate it, man. Thank you to Uche and QD for having me again. Appreciate that, guys.
Oh, no problem, man. No problem.
Absolutely, man. We're really about the music on this show. The show has evolved over time, but I think one thing remains true is that we're about the music, man. Anybody that's putting out hot music that actually knows what they're doing, we gravitate towards that, And let's just get into this, man. So, Lost Child, I see you have a EP named Only Child. So I think the elephant in the room is, number one, are you an only child? That's the first question, right?
Yeah.
And then second question,
Uh-huh.
how did this EP come about, man? Come on, I need the answers.
All right. First thing is, yeah, I am an only child. So that's how the name came about, Only Child. And actually how the EP came about is it was not supposed to be an EP. So on the EP, there's a song called Pesa. So that's the first time I ever recorded a song. So me and my bro, Lemmy, the producer, we wanted to drop it, but then we were like, okay, you know what? You just started making music, so maybe you should try and work on something else and let's see how that works. So we did that, and then we were like, okay, let's work on something else. So it came to like March, and we were like, oh shit, we have a project together, and it's something that is consistent and it vibes. So there was a song with my homie Wave Dinero, but some shit happened, so he couldn't feature on the song. So it was supposed to be 5 tracks, but then now we had to chuck that song because his version wasn't done. But yeah, that's how the EP came about. We were just literally fooling around in the studio and, just trying to vibe, and then boom, this project came about. So literally just came out of vibing. I can't tell you that I sat like for a month, building up a structure. That's cap, bro. That's cap.
That's cap.
That's cap, bro. This happened, bro. And
The best way to go about this is usually to vibe, and I think your project has plenty of vibes. I'm surprised though. I mean, to hear that Pesa is your first song you've ever made. That to say I'm surprised and shocked is probably an understatement because it's really good, honestly. Like it's I mean, I'm sure you've heard this. Maybe you're getting some love out there, people telling you the same, but I want you to know that that song is really dope, man. It's really dope.
That's the exact thing I was gonna say, was that I'm surprised that Pesa was your first song, because that's actually my favorite song on that tape.
Wow.
Oh damn, bro! But like, yeah, literally, that I recorded that last year. It was my first track, and when I was recording it, I didn't have no experience with how to be in the studio. It was just literally, it was just like, I'm trying to do this. So
Yeah.
my friend was like, bro, like just jump in the booth, let's see what can happen. And like literally, it was just vibing. It was until the EP dropped, that's when I started calling myself a rapper. I was just like, yo, man, I'm just I'm just that guy who can spit some bars sometimes. Until now, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm actually a rapper. I'm trying to take this seriously, put in
Right.
that work. Yeah, but it was literally until like last month that I was like, I like, okay, now I'm a rapper, but like before that, it was just like, yo, don't call me a rapper, man, because I'm not one.
You know
Yeah,
what's
man.
funny? It's
Yeah.
funny. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. You know why? Because Fetty
Mhm.
Wap, the very first song he recorded was Trap Queen, and Trap
What?
Queen
Are
actually won a Grammy. Yeah,
you serious?
That's
very
facts.
first song he recorded.
No, bro, I never knew that. I thought like he was doing music before uh the trap what's it called? Trap Queen, or
Trap
what
Trap,
was
Queen.
it?
yeah,
Yeah, that one.
first song he said he recorded. But so how is the Kenya rap scene? Like, how would you describe the music Kenyan rappers are making right now?
Bro, like the rap scene in Kenya is like we don't have our own sound. You feel me? So it's a culture of everyone biting off something. So let's say I listen to a lot of drill and UK music is what I prefer. So my rap would probably project that. Or let's say I listen to a lot of music from Cali or from Atlanta or from New York. You see the influence in what people say because there's some words that obviously that people don't say here a lot, but you could see in rap songs. Uh, like I don't know if you know this word called on phoneme. Like people in Chicago say that a lot.
What did they say? Say it again.
On phoneme. I don't know if I'm saying it correct. On phoneme.
On
Something like
phone. I never even heard of that, bro. You more American than me,
that.
and
Yeah,
I live in
so
America.
I just hear a lot of people saying stuff that a lot of people in America would be saying. So like
Yeah.
I have my cousin who was in Atlanta, Will, and when he came back like here, he was like, bro, most of you guys be talking like people in Atlanta. Like, of course, not exactly, but like there's some stuff we'll say that will be, it's like, okay, yeah, man, like you'd even ask someone like, bro, you been to Atlanta? And he'd be like, nah, man, like I've never even been to America, but the way we speak and say some things, it just projects it, you can think, yeah, so that's how a rap is. But then we have this thing called Gengeton. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
No.
Nah, man. Enlighten us.
All right, so Gengetone is like what's it called? It's like okay, I'm looking for the right words because I don't want to be misquoted here. But it's like music for the culture. So like people who have speak Sheng. Sheng is like our slang. Like we have Swahili and then we have Sheng. So people who Sheng is like Swahili and English or Swahili just mixed up. The same way you guys have your own slang there. It's like you understand.
Like,
Yeah, so now that's what Gengeton is. So these guys incorporate all the Sheng in the music. So it's if you don't know Swahili or Sheng, you won't understand what they're saying. So that's like the new wave that's coming by, but it's like this because you have those guys and then you have people like TNT. You know TNT?
yeah.
You should check. Yeah, you know TNT, yeah?
Mhm.
So you have guys like TNT who like when they rap, like you can understand everything they're saying. And then
Yeah.
now you have the Gengetron guys who is just for the
For the culture.
Kenyan culture, like
Yeah.
just the
Gotcha.
Kenyan culture. So that's just how the rap game is. So you just have to choose. It's either like you're in the Gengetone scene. Okay, you don't have to choose, but that's how I'm seeing the music scene in Kenya is because you have guys who are choosing and then there are guys who are not. So I can't really say that we have our own vibe. So that's literally our like that's just how Kenya is for now. So we're just biting off everyone.
That's an interesting answer. I can't say that I'm surprised, but the more and more I learn about the different scenes in Africa, you have like for example, I think a year or two ago I got put on to a South African artist named Casper Neovest.
Yo,
Right?
Casper is hard. Casper is hard.
Like I remember the first time I heard about him, they were talking about how he was considered the South African version of Drake. I'm like, bro, what? Like so that must mean he's really good. He could spit. And so I listened to the music and he was hard. His entire offering, he could spit, beats, everything. But you said something interesting, and I noticed it because you were using the word cat earlier. So I can see what you're saying and how the influence of the music, right? kind of translates and just flows throughout the entire world. So with that being said, you mentioned drill, UK drill. What are some of your influences in your music? And I don't know if the name that I have is somebody you're gonna name, because you have a song called Getting It, right?
Yeah.
And it reminded me of Gold Link. So I don't know if you're familiar with Gold Link and the last album he put out called.
Actually, just last time he was here, I went for his show, man. Like Gold
Really?
Link is. Yeah, I did.
You remind me of Gold Link, man. But who are some of your influences, man?
Thank you for that, bro. You just compared me with Gold Link. Thank you. I'm just let's say okay. The thing is, I listen to a lot of rap music, but the people who influence me, okay, I'd say, who does influence me?
And you don't, and by the way, you don't have to name any names of current people. Like I'm more so just interested in, like, upbringing. Like when you, who are some of the guys that you were considered, the guys when you were growing up listening to music up until now?
The one person like who even got me to love music is Quincy Jones. Like,
wow.
Quincy Jones, like, just his understanding of music, because Quincy is a legend and he can break it down to you from chords to progression to everything. He's just someone who understands music, and I've always wanted to be someone who could understand music to that deeper level, just not rap or producing music. Like his understanding of music. And I saw what's it called, a documentary on Netflix. It's called Quincy. You should check it out. And it just explains, like, how much hard work it takes for someone to get here. Another person who literally influences my music is Biggie, because I liked his storytelling. So I listen to a lot of him. Okay, not now. Right now I have a lot of other new guys that I'm listening to, but like, yeah, Biggie has a big influence on me. And one other person I'd say that this is out of the blue, but is Drake. Drake, one thing I like about him is the way he could do different type of music. Like, this guy could jump on a reggae tune and it slaps. He could jump on drill, and you know how people are hating on him. It's like, oh, Drake is trying to steal the culture and all. Like, I think that's bullshit, bro. I just think he's good at what he does, and I want to be good at what I do. So those are the type of people like I look up to, because they're good at what they do. And Jay-Z, of course, because he's just there too. But with people who influence me there, I'd say that because, and one thing I'd like to put out there, since we're talking about it, is I don't feel like there's something like stealing someone's culture. I feel like it's adapting to the culture. So for Drake to go and make a song like War, the one he just did, and like everyone, like I just saw the comments and everyone was like, yo, he's trying to be the UK person. No, he's just good at what he does. And that's why he went to the UK and did something good. Because if he wasn't good at what he did, he would not have gone to the UK and did what he did, and you guys would not be talking about it. That's what I'm saying. So that's just my opinion on that. I feel like a lot of people hate on him for that, but I feel like I'd do the same.
That's a great opinion. It's funny. That was deep, right, Ooch?
Yo, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You just took this conversation to so many different levels that, we can open this can of worms, but I'm here for this discussion. This is what I'm talking about right here.
I'm sorry I went off script, bro.
No. In a good way, I'm saying.
I love this conversation.
In a good way.
I mean, because it's funny because that's exactly how I felt with the music. Like, your music feels like it's wide ranging. Your music actually feels like you took the time to figure out every little intricate detail that goes into making it. And you're right. I mean, I don't think stealing culture is, unless, so you're right. Like, if French Montana dropped That's a Fact, I don't know if you know that song.
I knew you was gonna bring it up because I was about to bring that up. Go ahead.
Personally, I like the song, but I
Yeah.
can understand somebody saying that he's kind of stealing it because the way he did it was not as tasteful as when
Uh-huh.
Drake did it.
I feel you on that.
Tasteful, you know what I mean? And Drake actually embraces UK drill culture. Like he embraces.
Yeah, he does. He takes it
Right.
like it is. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
It's almost like Drake wants to unite. He wants to come together to create those types of music that he goes and tries to do. So you're absolutely right on that. Like you're right on the money with that. Um, so in terms of musically, in terms of growth, where do you see places that you can improve on, I guess, as an artist?
Uh, okay, places I could improve on for now. I just think it's quality of music. So, okay, my engineer didn't have the best of time. So, like a song like let's say Pesa, I feel like the vocals could have been a bit better. So, I just feel like more time in the studio will get me like because I told you Pesa was the first time I recorded. So, more time in the studio will give me also time to be like, this is how it should be done. Because most of the time, okay, like when we were recording this EP, it was like this. I enter the booth, whatever. The engineer is like, yo, we need to do it again. You need to face the mic on this position. All right, we do it again. So I was making music, but at the same time, I was learning. So the only thing I'm excited about is that the next music that I'm working on now is not going to have some mistakes that were there on the first EP because I'm now aware of it. And yeah, so it's like, what's it called? It's like experience. So like I've been through it for the first time. So I'm like, okay, this is how it's done. This is how it goes. And also for my engineer, he's now, he was telling me that now he has my, like he knows how to work on my vocals, which when we were first working on the EP, he didn't know. So it's like small things literally, but I feel like there's always room for improvement. Like even if I'm 10 years into this and I've been doing it for like a decade or two, there's always something you could work on and, get better on. That's so I don't feel like in a box to just improve now that like I just dropped this EP. Like it's just going to be a progress till the day I stop making music. It's just going to be growth because you can eat from this artist. You can, bite off this technique. You can bite off this other technique from this other nigga. So it's all about learning. And if you don't learn, you don't grow. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
100%, man. 100%.
Keep that
you
approach. You're gonna be you're gonna be well known worldwide. Like,
Appreciate that, bro. Now I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure that they know that this was the first people who gave me an interview, bro. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys for real.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, I want to get it. So you said something, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. You're being. I love the transparency in your music. The transparency you're giving now, where you're just talking about how this is your first project, right? Like your first song you ever made was Pesa, and like we said, man, we think it's really good. But walk me through, the walk me through the actual flow of the EP. I mean, I understand it's only 4 songs, because I hear so much range from a production standpoint in the music and also just like the subject matter. Walk me through the actual flow of the EP, and then also what's your favorite song on the project?
No, okay. Okay, the flow, the EP starts like this. It's thoughts. The thing is, it's only child. So one thing I was trying to portray is I'm an only child and what goes through my head. So the whole EP is based on what's going through my head. So the first one is thoughts. And on thoughts, it's like, yeah, of course, in my head, the first thing, okay, is my girl. And yeah, of course, I'll be thinking about my girl. So that's what thoughts came from. And then we go down to Pesa. So Pesa is like, since I've thought about my girl, second thing on my head is I need to get this money. So Pesa and We Getting is like one song, but I split it into 2. So Pesa is I need to get this money, and then we getting is I'm getting to it now. So on one of the bars I said is to get this far, that's persistence. So it was connecting with Pesa. So like to get to where I am now, it took a lot of persistence. And then after we getting is bad feeling, and bad feeling is just about all the fake people around you. So if you see the concept about only child, it's just what you think about in your bedroom. You know, you be thinking about your girl, you be thinking about money, getting money, and then you also be thinking about the fake niggas around you. Like, bro, that nigga is fake. You feel me? So literally, the EP is just what you think in your bedroom, like what you be thinking about. And only child is because I'm the only child. So it's like, all right, what's this only child? What's going through his head, and what is he going through? So that's literally what the EP is about. That's how it goes from thoughts to bad feeling.
Bro, you broke that down like a damn math equation. I could tell you're like a mad scientist in the making with this music, you know, because you're right. It flowed just the way you explained it, you know, like that.
Then you asked me
Conceptually, but go ahead.
You asked me what's my favorite track on the tape. So I worked with so many people, so like every track is as good, but my favorite track personally is Bad Feeling, because I just, when I was writing it at that point, it connects with me till now, because it's like when I don't know about where you guys from. I'm sorry, I didn't ask. Me, I'm from Nairobi. What city are you from?
We're from Virginia, DMV area.
Yeah,
DC.
Northern Virginia, DC. If you're familiar with DC, yeah.
So like in Nairobi, okay, I guess many places, a lot of, you know, bad vibes, fake people, you know, people who only vibe with you because you have something, or because you're popping, or because you have some clout, some shit like that. So Bad Feeling just explains my everyday life, because when I listen to the track, I'm just like, this is just fake ass people all around. And so, like, that's why it's my favorite, just because it's every day I listen to it, it resonates with me every day, because I just feel like it's like, yo man, it's fake people everywhere, and that's literally what the song is about. So yeah, that's my favorite joint personally, not because of who I worked with or the beats. It's just because of what I wrote on that song. It
resonates with you.
like, yeah, it fucks with me a lot.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a little step away from the music. I'm gonna talk about coronavirus. So how is that affecting Kenya?
Bro, it's mad over here, man. But like, it's funny. It's like, it's two ways. You know, we have a curfew, so you can be out past 7 p.m.
Oh wow. You can't go to the club. So if I wanted to go to Kenya and listen to Pesa in the club, I can't not listen to it in the club.
First of all, there are no clubs open. Everything is shut down, bro.
God.
And you can't go to your friend's house and be more than 6 people. So you can't even have like your house party. That's dead. It's done. Yeah, so like it's really affected a lot, but like they haven't shut down the economy. So, because you know, Kenya, like a lot of us Kenyans are struggling, bro. Like, is it 47% is below, like, you know, the poverty line or some shit like that. So it's sad, bro. Like, people out here are really struggling, and for basic things like hand sanitizer, masks. So, you know, for you to tell someone not to go to work because of corona, they think like, bro, you're telling me not to go to work, I'll die from corona. But if I chill in the house, I still die of hunger.
Right.
You feel me? So
it's tough.
It's tough, man. Like, especially for the people living below the poverty line, you know, people living in the slums. It's fucked up, I'd say that. So like, for the country right now, bro, like we just need everything to go back to normal, bro. Because we have motorbike guys, we call them boda boda. We have so many people who depend on the whole economy to be functioning. So when it's not functioning, there's a lot of people who don't have money to eat. You know, and that's something so basic, bro. You feel me? It's not something you should miss. And yeah, man, it's fucked up, and the government can't close down. Like we can't be put on a lockdown, because if we are, then these, like, the normal Kenyan person won't eat. You feel me? Because it's hand to mouth. Like, you hustle to eat.
Right.
Like, niggas don't have savings and all that shit, bro.
Bro, that's tough, man. That's super tough. You know, it's one of those situations where, you know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, right? Like, it's a catch-22. You either stay in the house, like you said, and you're afraid of the virus and you're not gonna go make money, or you go persevere and try to get some money, and you gotta be put in a situation. But so how about you? How about you and your family? Everybody good? Is everybody, you know, surviving, thriving?
Yeah, I'm lucky because my mom has a stable job. So, and she worked hard to make sure that I'm provided for. So, like, I personally can't complain because I have shelter, food. I even have Wi-Fi, bro. So many people in Kenya don't have Wi-Fi. So I'm lucky, bro. You feel me? I can't even complain. But like, as I'm talking about people, like, you know, who live in Kibera, like Kawangware, like, those are the hoods in Kenya, yeah, man. Like, niggas struggling for real. So, but you know, you guys are lucky. You got that check. Heard Trump sent that money. You guys are good.
Man, look, man, that check only bought me a sandwich, man. I couldn't buy too much with that, man.
A sandwich for
it can't pay my bills though, man.
$200. All right, man. I want to have that. I want to have that sandwich for real.
You want to have it? I feel you, man. I feel you.
But like, yeah, it's different. It's different in different parts of the world. So
yeah,
it's just fucked up here, man. Like, the government is already like, these niggas are getting money from like people who are giving us money, and they're putting them on offshore accounts. So it's like the government, like, problem about here, bro, is corruption, man. Like, these niggas don't care about us at all, bro. These niggas just want to eat, get fat, make sure their kids get fat, their grandkids get fat, then they dip, they leave. Like, that's the only sad thing, bro. Like, I fucks with Kenya, but we could be so far, but like, it's like greedy ass motherfuckers just want everything, bro. Like, you could have a bitch, bro, but like, niggas want everything, bro. So
yeah, that's sad, but what you just said is funny, man. It's like, why is that the constant theme of many African nations? What you just said.
it's
Like,
because
that's a constant theme you just said.
it's because people don't take the voting process seriously. So people vote through tribes, culture. So like, if, let's say, there's a tribe called Amtaita. So let's say there's someone who wants to become a president from my tribe. If the Kenyan way is, I'm not going to give a fuck what anyone else has to say. As long as this guy comes from my grandma's hood, me, I'm voting for that nigga. You feel me? And that's not the bullshit, bro. Like, for real, that's why Africa is where it is, because we don't take the process seriously, and no one is ever trying to listen to what the people are trying, like, the person who's trying to get the votes is trying to say. They just care, all right, he's in my tribe, good. He's given us money. And do you know how much money they're usually bribed? I'm gonna put it in dollars, 50 cents to $1. That's how much you need to for someone to buy your vote, bro. Like 50 cents to $1, bro.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You feel me? So like, how is it like there's not going to be any change? So even the politicians who are coming through the system are not trying to look for another way to get to power, because they're like, okay, this guy did it through this shady ass way, I'm gonna do it the same way. So it's fucked up because you have fucked up leaders, but the leaders that are about to come are as fucked up as the nigga that you're trying to chug. So it's like a system just going round, round, round.
Yeah.
So
Man, that's crazy, man. You know, I don't know. So
I mean, we complain about Trump, but
yeah,
this sounds like Trump
He's-
top 5, you know?
bro, like so yesterday, and I don't want this to be a political show because trust me, I care more about the music than I do the politics. But yesterday, Joe Biden, I don't know if you keep up with this or not. Joe Biden was on the Breakfast Club, and he said how he basically said if you're not voting for him, you're not black. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I saw that.
He said that verbatim, and it's like, bro, first off, I got my thoughts on that, but it's like, dude, this is the whole cycle we're talking about, right? Black people are somehow aligned with a particular party, irregardless of anything that they're running on, right? Like it's a cycle. It's a cycle. Nothing changes. People are voting blindly. People are being bribed, right? But that's all I'm gonna say about the politics, man. Because I swear I don't care as much as I do.
That's a good point.
I swear I don't care about that as much as I do the music.
But let me ask you one question. Sorry, the only one question I'm gonna ask you guys.
Yeah.
Is what do you think about your current situation? Because you guys have Trump, yeah? And okay, Trump is wild. I'm not gonna say that he's not wild, but the thing is, he's apparently what I've read is he's coming through for your country in ways of like people have jobs, the economy is doing good. So is your beef with most, okay, not your beef, I don't know if you're a Trump supporter or not, so I'm not going to say you're not. So is most Americans beef with Trump because of immigration laws, like, yeah, he's going to send black people to Africa, or like what's people's actual problem with him? Because here in Africa, if your president is doing well, like if the economy is good, that's the best president you ever had. You feel me? Like if our economy is doing good, I don't care what this nigga is doing, but like most of the population is going to be like, yo, he did a good job. Like no one's gonna give a fuck about the other stuff. So I want to understand, because I'm also not political, but I just want to understand the mindset of Americans, like just to understand, like, okay, what is it Trump, and what exactly does he do or say to people that have people really, you know? Because I'm not there, so I can't tell.
Yo, Q, you want to take this or you want me to take this? Or both?
So I think it's how he comes across. Like, you know, I'm assuming Kenya's like 95% black. I'm just gonna assume.
I'll put that at 98.
Yeah, I was about to be like, bro, you lowballing. Can we go up more?
About 98% black. So in America, you know, race is a big issue. So we are, I want to say, like 40% white or so, 15% black, 15% Spanish, 10% Asian. So it's a lot of different races. So races.
That's why you guys are the minority.
So we're minority.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, it means like, you know, percentage. We small percentage of us. And so we always have issues with people that might be racially insensitive, spew racist rhetoric, you know, like, so Trump is somebody historically that has been to a lot of people racially insensitive. And then, you know, he's cussed out his fair share of people. And then also, you know, in the end of the day, the economy is good, but he actually inherited an economy that Obama helped fix. So he don't tell nobody that. And then he lies a lot. Like, these are just stuff that's like facts.
I watch a lot of Trevor Noah, man. Like, I'm always catching his lies, bro. Daily show is always catching his lies, bro.
Yeah. So I think it's more so him as a person that a lot of people don't really like rock with. And like a lot of the lies, unnecessary lies too.
I just think he's an asshole, bro. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, bro. Hope I don't get you guys in trouble, but I think
say what you need to say, man. Say what you need to say. But yo, you're onto something. That's the thing, right? Like, yeah, you can have a great economy, you can be thriving, you can do all of that stuff we're saying, right?
Yeah.
And like Q was saying, that is what happened, right? The economy was inherited in a sense. It's not saying that Trump didn't help. yeah, he may have assisted in it getting to a point. Let's be clear, the economy is some shit right now because of this whole coronavirus thing going on, right? Like,
And he's been fucking up, man, with this
say that,
corona.
say that again?
I'm saying he's been fucking up with this corona. Like,
Exactly. So it's like it's so deep with Trump. It's so multi-layered as to why he is problematic and why he's not a good fit to be a president, right? It's also a symbolism thing, right? You can't have how you have the president being racist, spewing racist rhetoric out in the public, lying openly, doing all of these things that we also forget the man was impeached. He was impeached.
yeah,
But because Congress is
he's the first guy who survived the impeachment.
he's the first like nobody can touch this man apparently, right? He was impeached.
Trump is just Trump, man.
It's crazy, man. So when you ask the question, you know, why don't most people, I guess, who are not Trump supporters like him? It's because of all the extra shit that he brings, right? All the baggage, all the BS that you got to deal with from quote unquote leader.
You know what I'm saying? What we're talking about now, literally, is what defines a good president to you? Because everyone has, you feel me? Literally, that's what we're talking about. We didn't even know, but like, we're actually talking about what defines a good president. Because some could say economy, some could say thing to do with racism. Other people could put it on resources. So literally,
exactly.
What you're saying is true, man. And it's just a point like everyone has their own opinion on what a good president is. But I don't think you could ever be a good president because there's someone's toes you're stepping on. You feel me? And there's someone who doesn't like you. So you will never be a good president because niggas are still shitting on Obama, bro. And I think Obama did a good job.
Yeah. You know what it is? We're spoiled. Thanks, we're spoiled down here, man.
Absolutely, man.
We got it good in a lot of situations. It's complain about little stuff. So
yeah, I agree, man. But so what's next for you, man? What's next with the music? You know, what you got going on? Are you running for president? You know, like, are you trying to run for president of Kenya? Like, let us know what your next plan is, man.
I don't got the campaign budget, bro. I need that budget. But nah, man, for me right now, bro, I'm just trying to, okay, first of all, I just want this corona thing to end so I can shoot some music videos, you know? I'm trying to shoot a music video for We Getting, Pesa, Bad Feel. Like, if I could, I'd do the whole EP, but I'm gonna have to choose between 2 or 3 tracks that I'm going to do a video of. But like, yeah, I really want to drop a video for the tracks. And then I'm also working on different music right now. And I'm just trying to grow. Like, the one thing about me is I don't like being repetitive. So I don't want to make music that you be like, okay, yeah, man, like, you know, this guy, like, he's good, but then like he keeps on doing the same thing. It's like listening to Young Thug. I don't know. I'm sorry if you guys are Young Thug fans.
But hey, don't do it. Yo, don't do it.
I'm sorry. I have to go there.
But hey, bro. You see that door right there? You can leave. No, I'm kidding. Nah, I fuck with Young Thug. Heavy. But go ahead. Continue the slander.
Yeah, but like Thug isn't bad. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad rapper, but I'm just like,
yeah.
He's the type of rapper that you're gonna expect the same sound from him over and over and over and over and over again.
Sure.
And I just feel like, okay, this is just my opinion. As a musician, you need to have, like, you know, you need to change it up a bit. So I feel like Young Thug is the type of person is, if I wake up today and I feel like listening to Young Thug, I'm gonna wake up and listen to Young Thug. And that's all I'm going to listen to that day. But tomorrow when I wake up, I might want to listen to Drake, Gucci, TNT, like all these bunch of rappers, but I won't play Young Thug because there's no variety to his music. So the day I feel like listening to his music, I will. I'm not saying he's bad, but I'm just saying his music is repetitive to a way that you have to have your days where you listen to him and you're like, okay, today I'm listening, like, I want to bump Slime Season 3. Boom. That's what you're listening to. But it's not something like, you're driving to work or you're going to school or you're walking to the gym. You'd want to be playing all the time because it's the same flow, same thing. He says YSL all the time. Like, bro.
I get what you.
No, I completely understand what you're saying. And I ain't trying to be a Young Thug stand and defend him, but hey, you're entitled to your opinion, bro. Like, honestly,
you are too, bro.
You're entitled, man. That's the beauty of music. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
I'm loving it.
So
right.
yeah, man.
So music. So
doesn't piss me off, and a lot of people is gonna get pissed about this. Is Drake. I think Drake makes a lot of music that you can, like, he could have a bad album, but there's one song you fuck with. That's all I'm saying.
That's interesting. Interesting. Drake, by the way, Drake just dropped a project. What the hell is it? Dark Lane demo tapes.
Yeah, demo tapes.
Bro, if we keeping it 1,000.
Oh boy.
If we're keeping it 1,000. I love Drake. By the way, I love Drake. Drake is my guy.
Tell me, bro.
You're not gonna like this. The album was average.
I'm waiting.
I've never heard an average Drake project until that one.
Nah.
I'm telling you, man. It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Right.
It's my opinion, man.
Okay, let's talk about it from this point of view.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it from this point of view.
Let's do it.
First of all your favorite, like most of your favorite rappers just dropped albums. That tape was for reject songs, bro. Do you know that?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was not his.
So
no, do you know that, like, the actual album is actually gonna drop in summer? So
I'm well aware.
You just heard the reject songs, and the reject songs are sounding real good to me right now, bro.
So
I don't know about you, but
so I'll put it like this. Drake is Drake, right? We know how good he is, right? He's a legend, right? To me, his worst music is, comparing to your average artist, is much better, right? Like, his worst music is still pretty damn good, right? So I would never say what he put out is trash, because he doesn't make trash music at all. I'm simply comparing this music to all of his others, and I'm saying, come on, Drake, we get it. This ain't a whole album. It's not an album.
Wait, I have something to argue on that. You remember the tape he dropped? What's it called? The playlists.
More Life?
More Life. I feel like, compared to, because More Life and this, I feel like this is better because in More Life he had Travis Scott, had Quavo.
He had a bunch of people. I think damn near every song had a feature. Damn near.
Exactly. And he had like big features, just not what's it called? 504 or these new people he's been working with.
Yeah.
So like he had actual like big ass people to push that album, and I feel like I still play some songs off that album, but I still feel like from all the albums he dropped, that was the least impressive because of the people who were working with him on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember, he called the album a playlist, right?
Yeah, because he took an L and he knew that, bro.
No,
that
but he called. But he called. No. But my
album,
no. My argument.
Let me
argument. Go ahead.
When Drake takes an L, he removes album from the picture. So he put tape, EP.
That's my point. You're making. But hold on, you're making my point, right? He called that album a playlist before it dropped. Same thing with this one. He called it a mixtape. He know the music is not that fire. He knows it.
Okay, why? I have to agree with you on that because, yeah, he does that. When you just see Drake, playlist, tape, I don't know, man, wedding invitation, just know that shit is whack.
wedding invite.
You need to see Drake album. And
That's
you know
facts. That's facts.
But all I'm answering to is this is not his worst project. Like, I'm not saying it's his best. For me, his best is Take Care, then Nothing Was the Same. And after that, we can put Views. My top 3. Those are my top 3. I don't know about you guys, but
okay.
those are my
Hey
top
Q,
3.
hey Q, what's your top 3? What's your top 3 Drake?
My top 3, Take Care is definitely on there as a top 3.
Yeah.
You know one that I really like, the joint. It's Not Too Late. What is it? Something Too Late.
Nothing Was the Same?
No.
Nothing.
The one that's a mixtape. It's also a mixtape.
The one with like the funny writing.
The funny writing. Yeah.
Oh,
fuck, I forgot that name, bro.
It's not too late to something. It's not too late to go to work or something like that.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The one that had the songs like Six God. It had the Quentin Miller whole situation.
Yeah, the Quentin Miller. The Quentin Miller project.
Oh, yeah.
That is actually
the Quentin Miller project, exactly.
Top 3 for me. And then third one, I would say not Views, but the album before Views, which I cannot.
No, that was Nothing. Nothing Was the Same. The one with what's this thing? The one with Jay-Z. What's it called?
Pound Cake. Pound Cake.
Pound Cake. Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yes,
that
one.
That's top 3.
That was a good album.
Damn, so
that was a slept-on album too. That was a slept-on.
It was. You know, for me, so I'm gonna go with I think Take Care is his best. I think we all can kind of agree on that, man.
Yeah, Take Care is.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
Take will never go past Take Care. That one everyone knows.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with what is it? I'm looking at the album right now. I got Take Care, and then I got. By the way, the album you're talking about, Q, is If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. That's
Thank you very much.
That's number 2. And
that's
then,
a dope ass album.
And then 3.
It's a mixtape.
Yeah. 3, I'm gonna go with
yes, that's the one.
It was a mixtape, right? And then 3, I'm gonna go with Views. I like Views a lot. It's grown on me over time. It's grown on me.
The Views is like grown up music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's facts. Okay.
But Q, you got any other questions, man?
I listen to a lot of.
I think I'm good.
All right. Yo, we appreciate you a lot, man, for joining the show. It's been a pleasure, honestly.
I hope to be here again, man. Like QD, Uche, man, you guys are a vibe, man. Like,
I appreciate it.
Yo, everyone needs to be on this, bro. Like, it's like I was talking to my niggas, bro.
Yeah. Hey man, when we come to Kenya, just hold us down, man.
For sure, man.
I got you, bro. Pull up, man. Just wait for this corona to die, man. But like, yo, man, cheers, man, for giving me the opportunity, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
All day.
And, like,
for sure, man.
Tell me when the interview is up, bro, so we can see what's up, bro.
Yeah, we'll put it on in a couple days. But yeah, man, thank you so much. We're looking forward to your next project, man, or whatever you have next going on, man. Your music is a vibe. We're gonna make sure we supporting as well, man.
I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, since you guys gave me my first interview, before my next EP drops, you're gonna have all the unreleased songs, bro, before anyone else.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
yes.
bro.
Appreciate that big time.
I like that, man.
I'm gonna send it to you guys before anyone else, bro. So you're already gonna tell me how you feel about the next EP before anyone tells me how they feel about it. So thank you for having me, bro. I appreciate it. QD, Uche, man, you guys vibe, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely, man.
All right, man.
Drop your podcast thing so I can tell people to follow, man. Like Ill Podcast, bro. Like you guys.
Got you. We're gonna be on YouTube, all the platforms, man. We'll link it. We'll let you know.
All right, say less, man. Just link me up with my girl Koi, man. She came through for this. Shout out Koi for that.
Absolutely, yeah. Shout out to her, man.
Yeah.
Peace, man. We'll holler at you next time, all right?
All right, bro.
Cheers, man. Peace, bro.
Peace.